Hey guys, it's Abby from Autumn with Pellinor, and today I'm filming my January... No, I'm not. What? I'm distracted. Becca's over there.
It's January, it's fine.
But I'm filming my... Wait, why did I even say January? I'm filming my November wrap. Today I'm filming my November wrap-up. It's the 29th. Thank you, iPhone. So there's only one day left, so I probably won't finish anything else. So I will go through what I've read so far. So the first thing I read was Hero at the Fall by Alvin Hamilton. I finally finished the series. It was fucking great. Read it. It was amazing. So yeah, that was the first book I read. Then the second one was not great for my mental health, and that is Reasons to Stay Alive by Matt Haig. I enjoyed it. I gave Hero at the Fall 5 stars, obviously. This one I gave 3.5. It's a good book and it was interesting and I read it very quickly, but it was very unhelpful for my depression and kept triggering it quite badly. So, trigger warning if you have depression, anxiety, etc. Not great. But yes. Then I didn't even say. This month was non-fiction November, so apart from the first book, which I was finishing up from reading in October, everything I've read is non-fiction. I should probably explain that before I just show you a bunch of non-fiction, which is also why this counts this time. It's the Winter 2018 edition of Nature's Home, which is the RSPB magazine. This counted for the challenge of one with more pictures than words, and also one written by a journalist, because it's a magazine, so technically. What did I give that, like 4 stars? Next up I read The Secret Barrister. This doesn't have an author, it's anonymous. I gave this 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. I think it's a great look at the UK law system and how it's broken, and I like that it is written from someone's point of view who's within the system rather than an outsider's point of view. So this was really interesting. Then on to the e-reads, the NetGalley reads. If you can hear weird noises, it's either my flatmate Becca laughing at me, or the builders. Either one. Don't know which. But so the next book I read was World War II by Richard someone. It's on the cover. And this was just a weird collection of facts about like odd stuff that people did to try and win the war. It was quite interesting. Some of it was true, some of it was rumours that were sent around at the time from both sides of the war. So it was really interesting. And a very quick read. Then I read Love and Kisses from My Padded Cell, which was by Dr. Ellie. I cannot remember her last name. And this is about addiction. Just, I think, 12 stories of people who were addicted to various different things, not just drugs. And it was kind of from the other side of having went through the 12-step process that's used for alcoholism. It's now used for pretty much every form of addiction. So it's them on the other side of that, how well they're recovering, what they're doing now, and how they got into that situation. And it was just interesting. And I gave that one 3? 3. And I gave World War II 3 stars. Then, probably the most awkward book for me to read the whole time was Path to Change, which is by Pope Francis. This was for the challenge of like something that'll make you think. I'm not religious myself, but I thought it'd be interesting. And it was, but he repeated himself a lot. Constantly talking about building bridges in the same way. It wasn't that he was obviously very enamoured with the idea, but it was also just repetitive, saying the same sentence structure, and the interviewer also did the same sort of thing. So it was a bit awkward to get through, but I read it on the train, I had nothing else to do, and yeah, I gave that 2.5, 3 stars. Next, I read The Path to... No, I didn't.
Don't lie to them.
I apologise. I won't lie to them. Next, I read Prisoners of Geography by Tim Marshall, I believe. I borrowed this off of a friend of mine who lives upstairs. Why you need to know that, I don't know. Why did I tell them that Charlotte lives upstairs? It's like, oh, I'll pop up and see her. This is a book all about the history of the world and the potential future, and how it's been informed by the geography of the places that we live. So why America was so easy to make into one whole nation, why Europe will always be split up, but why it had good trading routes, why Africa, it's difficult to trade in there. And as a geographer and geologist, that was really, really interesting and surprisingly relevant, because just when I finished reading it, Russia decided to start another thing with Ukraine. Putin! And then the last book that I read was not on my TBR, because why would I stick to that? And it's What If by Randall Munroe. He created a website called XKCD. It wants to show. Oh, actually, Becca, come see. Seriously, it's pretty. One.
Dinosaurs, yes, good.
A little comic strip. Two. Look at these end pages.
Things.
And look. Take the. So I've made Becca look at the dust jacket, so she has that. But
It's a map.
it is a map. Well done! It's if we put a portal in the bottom of Mariana Trench and drained it all out somewhere else, like Mars or something. It's what the oceans would look like. So this book is people basically asking really stupid questions. For example, from what height would you need to drop the steak for it to be cooked when it hit the ground? Surprisingly high, and it wouldn't really work, is the answer. That's the drain the ocean ones. One of the stupid questions, he has like a section where it's weird and worrying questions from the what if inbox that he just doesn't answer. So one is, could you survive a tidal wave by submerging yourself in an in-ground pool? And another one was asking if you got all of the population of the UK to go to one side of the island and paddle, could you move the island?
It's like Club Penguin, if we all jump up and down when it flip. Is there a dance floor underneath?
You're just gonna be like weird commentary.
I like his self-portrait. I'm assuming it's a self-portrait.
Oh, it is! So Randall has his beautiful self-portrait. Isn't it just great? It's stunning. I think Becca's gonna model her self-portrait after his.
Stickman.
People ask him really stupid questions and he answers them scientifically, essentially. And it's really interesting if you care at all about science. One thing is that will we ever reach the point where we can send data faster over like Wi-Fi, etc., than we can deliver it via FedEx? That was one of the questions. If you can make a Lego bridge from New York to London was another. So yeah, really weird questions. I read this all in one day and I gave it 5 stars. I gave Prison of Geography 4.5. It's a fun book. And that's it. That's everything I've read in November, so not the biggest amount of reading this month. I say as Becca's sitting over there, 60 maybe pages?
56.
56 pages through the book that she's been reading since September. For me, it's a decent size, but not huge. And I have missed out on reading some of the non-fiction books that I have, so I might try and incorporate them if I have extra time, but probably not. I don't prioritise non-fiction as much as I should, so I may have to do this again at some point before non-fiction November 2019. I read 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Counting. You blow that whistle and I kill you.
I'm the whistle.
Wait till I've done at least. I read 9 books. Most of them were decent, some of them were not, and I'm not going to read that much next month. And that's essentially it. Thank you for watching, guys, and here's Becca with a police whistle from the 19... whenevers.
Hooray!
I'm now deaf. You're welcome. Where's it from? Roughly.
I don't know. It's my great-grandfather's. Some audience engagement.
Audience engagement! Right. Bye!
You didn't tell them to like and subscribe.
Please like and subscribe. I've got my Twitter, my Instagram, my Goodreads and my blog linked down below in the description. I actually do.
Nice.
Self-promo. And like and subscribe if you think that Becca should be in more of my videos.
Like and subscribe if you want to like and subscribe.
Yeah, basically. If you blow that,
Smash that dislike button.
Smash the dislike button. Unsubscribe if you think that Becca should never be in a video again. If I gain a single subscriber, I'm gonna make you go, oh shit, no!
Nice.
Damn it, no, okay, if I lose 2 subscribers, you don't count.
That's not fair.
You don't count.
Wow.
She's subscribed to my channel. What a good friend. Just do it. Bye!
I am the hood. Don't you at me. It was time to leave. Thomas had seen everything.
Say goodbye to the people.
No.